Now behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus,
All right.
who was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, but could not because of the crowd, for he was short of stature. Can the church shout short? So he ran ahead and climbed into a sycamore tree to seek him, for he was to pass that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down.
All right.
For today I must stay at your house. So he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. But when they saw it, and they said and complained, murmuring, he has gone to be a guest with a man who is a sinner. Then Zacchaeus stood and said to the Lord, look, Lord, I give half of my goods to the poor. And if I've taken anything from anyone by false accusation, I restore them fourfold. And Jesus said to him, today salvation have come to this house.
All right.
Because he also is the son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost. You may be seated tonight in the presence of the Lord. From the book of Luke tonight, Luke chapter 19, for Perennial text, Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through verse 10. I want to simply tonight key in on verse number 3. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not because of the crowd, for he was short of stature. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not because of the crowd, and he was short of stature. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, but could not see him because of the crowd, and because he was short of stature. I want to simply attack this text tonight and talk from the subject, overcoming your limitations. Overcoming your limitations. Overcoming means to succeed in dealing with a difficulty. It means to defeat or prevail. Limitations means that there is a restriction, a limiting, or a limited ability. Oh, I remember as a little boy how my friends and I, when we was in class, when we were very little, we used to laugh and joke around and make fun of others. We used to laugh at others who couldn't read, those who didn't have on fancy clothes, those who were less fortunate. In other words, tonight we made fun of those who had limitations. But understand here tonight, my brothers and sisters, all of us have some limitations. What are you saying tonight, Mackenzie? Well, if you're young, you may want to play basketball, but you just can't seem to get the ball in the hoop. You may want to play football, but you're just not strong and fast enough. All right. You may want to be a cheerleader, but you think you're not the right size. All right. And if you're over 50 tonight, your limitations could be you just can't do things as well as you used to. Am I in here by myself?
Yeah, you in there.
All of us are limited at something. You want to sing, but you're always getting off key.
That's right.
You want to buy this and you want to buy that, but money just ain't looking right. You want to quit smoking marijuana, but you're always limited because you keep hanging around folk who always smoking marijuana. You want to be a better Christian, but you're limited because you're not looking for trouble, but trouble is always finding you. You want to become a better Christian, but you're limited because sin has you feeling good. But there's a question on the table tonight, God's way. The question is there anything limiting you? Is there anything blocking you from seeing Jesus? Is there anything blocking you from receiving the blessings? Is there anything blocking you from getting you where God really wants you
To be. Amen.
Do I have a witness?
Yes, you do.
Oh, brothers and sisters, I've got good news for you. Whatever it is that may be limiting you, you can overcome your limitation. Can the church shout overcome? Listen, whatever is limiting you, you can overcome your limitation. Even though something may be limiting you, the gospel news is tonight, you can overcome whatever. Can the church shout whatever? Whatever it is that is limiting you.
Gonna take care of
But you got to understand tonight, I tend to start off a little slow, but if you help me lift it, I'll fly with it. Listen, you got to understand what overcoming means. Overcoming means you're overcoming your limitations, means succeeding in dealing. In other words, tonight, when you talk about the word deal with it, you got to cope with it. And so